Hey guys, today we're going to talk about TV show pilots, so welcome to the Professional Fangirl. On today's episode, I'm joined by Ray. He has written a couple projects for me, and tell them more about yourself, Ray.
Hi, I'm Ray, like she said. I met Cha on some photography blog, and I randomly messaged her once because I remember clearly she messaged them. I don't know. She complained, and then I complained, and we became friends from complaining.
Yep.
And then
Friends from anger.
that's pretty much yeah. That's pretty much how it happened. And then we figured out we both like being creative, so we started doing shit together. That's kind of like our friendship. I was gonna say relationship. That was gonna be weird. So friendship.
That's our ship. That's
our
how
ship.
our ship started.
We ship each other.
What Ray and I did was compile 7 pilots each of whatever we liked and challenge the other one to watch all those pilots. The pilots that we chose were Are You Afraid of the Dark? Or at least that I chose. Xena, Gilmore Girls, How I Met Your Mother, Pushing Daisies, Adventure Time, Game of Thrones, and Orphan Black, which is actually 8. And then Ray chose Castle, Touch, Community, Scrubs, Friday Night Lights.
Friday Day.
Shut up. Gossip Girl, Firefly, and 24.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't finish Orphan Black because the gay guy really bugged me. And the bitch had this really annoying British accent, and it bugged me so much because everyone in Canada and America thinks everyone in the UK is from London, specifically a specific part of London where they just sound really cockney, and that really bugged me. So I couldn't really finish that show. I didn't watch the last 10 minutes, so I don't know how it ended.
To me, it wasn't fake. It sounded great.
It's because you're from America and you just think we all sound the same. Like, what's that fucking film? Snatch and Lock, Stock. Everyone just sounds like that.
Jamie Murray.
Is she British?
She's British.
She is?
Have you never seen anything she's in? No? Okay.
I watched Warehouse 13.
She's British in Warehouse 13.
I know.
She's British in everything.
She's actually British.
Yeah, she's actually British.
Yeah. Warehouse 13 wasn't that great. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. The pilot for Warehouse 13 is like the worst thing I've ever seen. Warehouse 13's pilot sucked. That's why I didn't put it on the list. I didn't want to torture you with it.
Wait, didn't you?
No, I didn't put it on the list. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I didn't put it on the list.
I just assumed it was on the list because all you do is talk about apples. Adventure Time really freaked me out. Well, I don't know. Like, there's a pilot, right? And then there's a first episode.
Well, yeah, really, I wanted you to watch the first episode rather than the pilot because the pilot's kind of weird.
It was kind of cool, but it was really freaky at the same time. Like, and they have really weird sexual innuendo jokes.
Oh yeah, there are tons of sexual innuendos in there.
It looks like something to watch when you're high. Like, it hasn't been cancelled yet because everyone's watching when they're high.
It's an awesome show. Why would it be cancelled? It has like millions of followers on Facebook and stuff.
So does Community, and look at what happened to that. And Firefly.
That is also true. So this is my second time watching the Firefly pilot, and I still don't like the pilot. It was long and kind of...
The pilot sucks.
Yes.
It is shit, especially the first 10 minutes.
Yes, the first 10 minutes are so stupid. I don't get it. Like, I get that they use it for later.
I don't know, it was really empty. Nothing happened. I kind of feel like he wanted to come back to that in later seasons, or maybe make another film, like a prequel.
Right.
He should totally do a prequel.
Well, they're all old now, so I don't think they can do prequels.
CGI. Yeah, he got really fat on Castle. Because all he does is sit there.
I actually didn't rewatch the pilot for Castle because I was like, oh, I totally remember what it was, and I don't. I remember Beckett being really mean to Castle.
Yeah, I watched Castle again, and then for some reason I watched Gilmore Girls. I don't know, I've never found Gilmore Girls interesting. Like, it's not... I watched the pilot, and I'm just like, this looks like a show for feminists. Women would love that show.
Women do love that show.
But I say that, and I'm a fan of Gossip Girl.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm the one that made you watch Gossip Girl.
Oh, Gossip Girl.
I'm not apologetic about my love for Gossip Girl.
Yeah, I don't think you should be apologetic about your love for Gossip Girl, but...
I mean, it's an awesome show. I mean, okay, it wasn't that awesome.
Like, I mean, I read the books. I read like the first 2 or 3 books, and I remember like being all into it in the first book, and then I was like, meh.
Some of my friends in London live that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I'm like, I don't know anybody with that kind of lifestyle. That's very East Coast. I mean, I'm on the West Coast, and we don't really have that kind of hierarchy here.
Then I watched Xena again.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
See, when I was younger, I liked Xena because it was like this huge world and it was amazing and it was hot chicks with swords, and I'm pretty sure I got my first erection from a Xena.
Wow.
But that's beside the point. But watching it again compared to Game of Thrones, it's like if Game of Thrones had a younger brother who had Down syndrome but didn't get the right treatment.
Well, come on, it was
what Xena is
90s. Actually, I think Xena's budget got bigger in the third season. First and second season were shot on 16mm and really gritty.
They didn't look that well.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to overlay computer graphics. I thought Pushing Daisies was a great pilot if you watch that.
Pushing Daisies was amazing, and it bugs me that it didn't go further than it did.
Yeah, it was a fucking amazing show.
That was a really clever show.
Like, the tone of it, the structure of everything.
The cinematography was amazing.
Yeah, the cinematography. Like, everything about that show is amazing, and it's annoying that it got canceled.
Sherlock. Even though that wasn't on the list, but, like, if you watch the pilot of Sherlock, I don't know how it aired in the US, but we had 90-minute episodes. For some reason, Pushing Daisies just reminds me of that. It was just the production value, and the way... it was like the actors knew they were on something great, so they gave their 110%.
Yeah. I like Touch a whole lot. Like, I fucking love...
Touch is amazing. That first episode was amazing.
But it's okay, so, like, I'm all about, like, the executive producers and stuff. It's Tim Kring, the guy who made Heroes. It's his style of, like, connecting all these dots and all these people together, and I think he's just really good at doing that. But then, like, the pilot's great because it does that, and I want to watch the rest of it, but...
The pilot is basically a mini-movie, because it's just, like, you get drawn into these four characters. There's the guy looking for his phone, because it's got pictures of his daughter that he's trying to reclaim. And these Japanese girls find the phone, and they're like, we want to spread this video of this woman singing with another character. Standing in the middle of this huge crowd in Tokyo, and he sees his daughter's pictures, and he's crying, and it's emotional, and I kind of cried, and I was just like, it's amazing.
Actually, yeah, I did too. I got all teary.
And then the second episode came, and it's like trying to do the exact same thing the first episode did, and I'm just like, this is so boring. Touch is amazing if you watch just the first episode. Just pretend that show is one episode, and it's the greatest show you'll ever see.
And I think I agree with you that it would make a really great movie. It's like a one-off thing, because you can't sustain that. Did you watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because I threw that in there to, like, totally screw with you.
I remember watching that a few years ago. So I YouTubed it, and I remember watching that when I was little. Okay. And I was scared of that show.
Yeah, so was I. Like, I actually rewatched, like, the first 4 seasons, like, a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cracky and stupid, but, like, the storytelling is totally on par, because you really only have, like, less than 20 minutes to establish all these characters and the scare factor. I mean, and it works.
What about Friday Night? What did you think of Friday Night Lights?
I did watch Friday Night Lights. I actually don't like.
That is my favorite show of all time. You can't say bad things about it.
I like movies that are football because I like Remember the Titans and.
Wait, how long's the first episode? Is it an hour and a half?
No, it was like an hour.
Really?
It was like 50 minutes or something.
What?
But it was. I mean, it was good.
It ends with the guy getting paralyzed, right?
Yeah, that dude gets paralyzed.
Yeah, that's an amazing show. You just don't know what you're doing.
I just don't like football. I'm like boring.
It's not about football though. Like the entire episode was about the players, and it's football at the end, and the guy gets bam.
I totally lost interest in the middle when they were playing football, and then he gets hit, and then suddenly I like gained interest again. And I was like, oh, he's totally paralyzed. And I saw it coming from a mile away that he was going to be paralyzed. From the first, 10 minutes of the show, I was like, that guy's going to get paralyzed by the end of this episode. Like, all these shows I would, continue watching. Because, 24, I was like, you're giving me a fucking cliffhanger in the first episode. I hate you.
Every episode has a cliffhanger.
I figured.
Every episode has a cliffhanger.
Yeah. And I thought it was funny
that... the last episode of season 1 is amazing. It's just... I'm not going to spoil it because you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I might continue watching that one.
It's amazing.
Just because I need to know.
You need to watch 24, finish Gossip Girl, maybe up to season 3. Because I
don't know if I'll go through Gossip Girl, but I'll definitely go through 24. Yeah, I didn't watch Scrubs. I forgot that it was on this list. I don't know how.
Scrubs, Community, the first episodes were really shit.
Community... Episode 1, the characters were off, the cinematography was totally different, the tone was kind of different. I didn't really watch all of season 4 because Dan Harmon wasn't part of it.
But, I don't know. Season 4 was terrible. But Dan Harmon's back. But,
yeah.
I don't know.
I have high hopes for this season.
Yeah, I mean, same with Scrubs. The setting it wasn't different, but, they had the hospital as an old state. And, you get there, it's really green and grey and dark and depressing. And they did episode 2, and it was completely different. Like, it's white and clean and lights are on. I don't know, probably because they had more money. But yeah.
Yeah, I have no comments on this one because I didn't watch it. Did you watch How I Met Your Mother? I mean, you already do, right?
If I remember correctly, the first episode was when he meets Robin in the bar, right?
Yeah, when they first.
Does he steal the horn in that episode?
Yeah.
Was that the second episode?
I think it's the first episode.
Yeah, that episode was really cool. That was funny, and the first time you meet Barney was like one of the best moments for me. I mean, the way the audience gets introduced to Barney is really cool.
Yeah.
Because it's just like he's getting a massage, and he's like, "What do you think about Lebanese girls?" I was just like, "That's kind of cool."
The character is sort of Neil Patrick Harris, except straight.
I think with most of the pilots we watched, I think we only sent them to each other was because we had like a love for these shows, not because they're shows people need to watch.
Yeah. All right, well, that's the end of this episode on pilots. Ray's going to join us on the Films by Neptune channel with his show called Rayview.
I hate that name.
Which I love. And I made
stupid
and
name, and I wasn't creative enough to make up another name, so I stuck with fucking Rayview.
His show is going to be on basically reviewing mostly movies. So he's going to be doing his Rayview vlog.
Stop saying that.
Twice a month. It's going to be a great show, Rayview. Everybody watch it. Rayview. Don't forget the name.
Stop saying fucking Rayview.
If you want to keep watching more Professional Fangirl, click up here. If you want to watch Dashboard, which is based on social media, click here. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And you can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is cha_apostle. Do you want to say your Twitter handle, Ray?
It's rkhan89. It's somewhere. I don't know if it's on my screen or her screen. I'm on private, so just send me a request, and if I think you're okay, I'll approve you. But I hate most people, so don't hold your breath.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook, Films by Neptune. All right, well, see you next week on The Professional Fangirl, and Rayview in 2 weeks. Rayview.
Fucking Rayview.
Don't forget.
See ya.
Bye.